Hi guys, it's Ray. Excuse my mess. I have been working on a ton of stuff the last couple days, but I have an Amazon order here, and we're gonna mix something today. Not tumblers, something else. I have the HTVRONT sublimation ornament blanks. I had these last year. I still have some left over, in fact, but I don't think I ever actually did video of these because what I was making was for retail, and it was like a local to my area ornament. So since I've been so into the pink Christmas stuff this year, I decided to do some ornaments, and we're gonna open this up. Plus, HTVRONT is having like crazy pre-Black Friday sales already, and then the 20th I'm going to have a video up about Black Friday stuff and some more of their product, so stay tuned for that, and then we'll have some other videos using some of that product after. This is what they come like. It's the ornaments plus the red ribbons. I don't generally use the red ribbon, and I cannot remember how many ornaments are in here, but I want to say it was like 26 or something like that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. Kind of a random number, but that's all right. I don't have my directions from last year either, so I actually started this video once before and actually melted some of the ornaments, yeah, and bubbled the coating right up and peeled them, and it was not good, so we're starting over. So press time on these is going to be, it says 356 for temperature and 40 to 45 seconds, which makes sense because one of the other products they sent me is the exact same temperature and time. So when you do, these are wood. These are not the ceramic. I wasted a lot of money and time on ceramic ornaments last year because that's what I initially wanted to do. But these are the coated wood. And the wood blanks, you cannot do both sides at the same time. The heat won't transfer through well enough. So you do have to do top and bottom separately. Like I said, I'm not going to use these. But I did print off a bunch of images. I have the little tree cakes. This one's all trees, and I just cut these slightly bigger than 3 inches because these blanks are 3 inches, and I'm just going to line them up like this and tape them down. So, and then I have some little things to go with. They look right on camera to me currently, but they'll look backwards by the time I flip the video because they are mirrored to go on ornaments. I don't even know if all of these are going to fit on the ornaments. I don't know how many I'm going to do, but I also had one with like a Santa in the middle. This whole set kind of prints more burgundy than pink. Like I used similar images on this cup. And this one. So we'll see what color they print on the ornaments. But that is those. So I have a ton of those printed. I was struggling to print. I need to update my software, and it didn't want to update, so. And then I didn't print more of these yet, and I was going to. I have some like vintage, like a Santa, and this is going to be the back side, and just a snowman and a back side, and another Santa in the back side. I was going to do more of these, but I just haven't had time. All of these images came from Creative Fabrica. I will try to link them all down below. Or you can buy a subscription to Creative Fabrica. Like I did the design for this from 3 separate elements from Creative Fabrica. This one I need to tweak a little bit. I need to go back into Canva because I didn't make my bleach spot quite big enough, but this was 3 images from Creative Fabrica that I turned into my own design. And same with this one. So, yeah, I have, just like I said, a little bit of tweaking to do on this one, but that's not what this is about. So, first things first with these blanks is you need to, and we're going to switch the camera angle after I get some of these peeled. I'll come back, but you have to pull this blue coating off both sides. I recommend starting at the hole at the top, because you will inevitably scratch the coating on at least one of these. You have to peel all these blues off, but if you scratch a tiny bit like here, when you put your hanging ribbon on it, it'll disguise that scratch. So my advice on anything that has one of these top hangers, whether it be pendants, earrings, ornaments, always start at the top. And these ones look like they're peeling pretty clean. If you get any residue from these, like sometimes if you stop and start, you'll get residue. Wipe it down with alcohol really well, let it dry completely, and then run a lint roller over it to get any dust from, like if you wiped it with a paper towel, you're going to get dust. Just lint roll it quick. So I'm going to sit here, I'm going to peel like 10 of these. And then I will drop you guys down. We'll fire up the heat press and we will get to pressing. Okay, so I plugged in my HTVRONT auto press. This is the only big press I own, and I don't intend to get another press because I am literally out of room for machines at this point. But I have my temperature set to 355. Their instructions say 356. 355 is close enough. And I have my time set for 40 seconds. And I'm going to use the auto button because that will do the same thing every time I slide the drawer in and out. So, that's where we're at. I need to get to my blank paper. I have my tape gun. I've gotten several questions again lately about the tape gun. I do have a video from like last year when I got this one and actually got it working properly. I will try and remember to link it. I have linked it in a couple of comments recently, but game changer for me. It takes 3 rolls here and 1 roll here, and it feeds these ones in small pieces and this one in a slightly bigger piece. I believe these are like 1 1/4 inches, which is perfect. So yes, I do love my tape gun or tape dispenser, whatever you want to call it. So I have butcher paper at the bottom. I'm actually going to put down, no, because I don't want to do too many at a time. I find if I do too many at a time that I end up not getting an even distribution. So, and a couple of these did have like minor imperfections, like this. So I'm still going to use them though, but I'm going to do them as like a full press image, and I'm never going to remember which of these I wanted to go together by the time I'm done. So you're going to line up your disc to your image, and you're going to tape it down. These I don't get too fussy with because it's not that big a deal. You can even just tape it straight to the paper, but then you're only going to get one use out of this paper. This is to catch any blowout ink. This is to prevent any blowout ink from going through into the pressing pad. I am doing this test with the silicone mat I bought to go on top of the other pad for this machine. It's one of the ways people are finding they get more pressure out of this machine. So I'm just going to do 3 at a time. So, like I said, I printed my background images to just slightly bigger than and this one's a little loosey-goosey. I'll scratch this. But these are printed to just slightly bigger than the circle. They were 3.2 or something, maybe. So, and while I wait for this to finish heating up, I can go ahead and just keep taping some of my other ones. That should work out perfect for a press of 3 and 2 presses of 4. Okay, so I am up to temp. I'm just going to, whoops. I'm going to put parchment or butcher paper on top as well. And that's going to do its thing. So this will automatically open. Pull the tray out. And like I mentioned, because I have it as that auto function, it's going to do the same thing every time. I'm just going to pull this whole paper off because now they're kind of indented to that shape. And sometimes the temperature will fluctuate, so I'm going to keep a little bit of an eye on that. So far, so good. Set that off to the side. But this is what I'm saying is when I laid them out on my Word program, and I feel like I might melt these again. I don't know. But when I laid them out on my Word program, I had it like intended to be. This one goes with this image, and that one goes with that image, and now I can't remember which was intended to be with which. So I'm going to do the same thing, pull the paper off. This is just regular old cheap copy paper. I love the auto feature. So once those are done, what we do is we take our images, and we're going to line them up on this side. Now this is where it gets a little more tricky because you don't really want to tape to your sublimated side. So let me pull these and then we'll get into that. your already sublimated images. You don't really want to get into that. And you can kind of see through the back to get it lined up. And so I'm going to kind of try and put it over one of those already existing circles here. And I'm going to tape it right to my paper. And just repeat that process for all three. And I'm a little nervous these are going to burn again because I feel like the silicone mat is holding more heat. So right. I want to see real quick if anything melted on here. No. Beautiful. So, I'm good. So let's look at the rest of these. So cute. I love this. Believe. Santa might be, I don't know. It looks pretty good. I definitely want to do some more, but I don't know when I would get to them. I'm going to shut this off because I am done with it. I'm going to pull these out so they can. This is all of them. The aesthetic's not there. And then these ones. Somewhere I do have a couple of these from the first batch. I found them. So let's see if I pick different ones. Yep. Totally. Yep. Obviously. So, these are all good. You can see where they started to melt a little bit, so I'm going to end up keeping these three. This is where I got it too hot on just the background. The front was good, though. So those three are going to be mine for my tree. But these three will be available. These all printed good, so I'm going to just grab my ribbon box real quick. I say I'm going to grab my ribbon box like I only have one, but This is the one I wanted, but I don't really think any of these colors are going to be right. And honestly, which one of these was the one that had that little boo-boo on the side? Whatever that little imperfection was it on the side of one of these two? Or these three? I thought it was one of the first batch I did, but maybe it's one of these. Wrong ornament anyways, just as well it fell off. HTVRONT ornament blanks. These ones peeled nicely. The covers, they pressed nicely. Like I said, a few of them do have slight, slight ghosting. But part of that could be the silicone mat add-on. Because it doesn't give as much. I may have been better off flipping the pads, putting this one on top of this one. That could also make a difference. Or I could have pressed them without this entirely. So, but I wanted to see how it worked putting more pressure on it by adding the pad, because I know a lot of people have done that. And some people say they only use the extra pad for some projects and not others. And until you test stuff and get to know your machines, you don't really know what's going to work anyways. But yeah, that's it. HTVRONT ornament blanks. I will put the link for Amazon down below. That is it. I will see you soon.